Alright, number 16, we want to find three consecutive integers whose sum is 315. And what they do is they give you a representation of the smallest three integers. So n is the smallest, and then you have n plus 1, n plus 2. So what this means, say if you had one number that was 1, consecutive would be in a row, so back to back. So 1, 2, 3. Now if n equals 1, n is your first one, then n plus 1, or 1 plus 1 will give you 2, and then n plus 2, or 1, because n is 1, 1 plus 2 will give you 3. So this is just their way of labeling those integers. However, we're just going to write a formula. So n, the first number, plus n plus 1, the second number, plus n plus 2, the third number. When you add those up, it equals to 315. Alright, so we're going to just add these all up. So I'm going to add the three n's. N plus n plus n is going to give me 3n. And then the 1 and the 2, 1 plus 2 will give us 3. So when you add up those three numbers, it's 3n plus 3 equals 315. Alright, so we're going to solve this. We're going to subtract 3. And this is going to give us 3n equals 312. And then we're going to divide by 3. So divide by 3, that just leaves us with n equals 104. So in our case, n equals 104. N plus 1 would be 104 plus 1, which would give us 105. And then n plus 2, so 104 plus 2 will give us 106. So these will be your three consecutive integers that add to be 315. 104, 105, and 106. Alright, number 17, our last one. We want, or we're told, Natalie's check at Heartland Noodles is $13.94. In order to leave a 22% tip, how much should she pay? Okay, so here's how this works. It's kind of like that formula I was trying to use, I think on problem 14 maybe, when we have to do the investment. But it's you want to find the percentage of the bill. So if we do the total amount she pays is equal to, let's just say the bill, I'm going to put B for bill, plus the tip. Now the tip is going to be 0.22%, or as a decimal, 22% of the bill. So this is almost the same as that formula that we did earlier. It's A equals P, and then 1 plus R. And then you don't need the T because we're not doing any years, but it's the same concept. If you factor out the B, that's the same thing as my P, and then 1 plus R, your interest rate or the percentage rate. So you can do it in two steps. You can do it all in once. It's going to give you the same thing. I'll show you. So her bill was $13.94. We want to add a tip. We want 22% of that. So I'm going to multiply 0.22 times 13 times 13.94. So this is going to figure out how much the tip should be. This is adding it to the bill. That will give me my total. Over here, I like to do it all in one. So if I just write her bill, 13.94, and then this 1 is giving me her bill plus the tip. So 1 plus 0.22. Got to convert that decimal to a percentage. So I'm going to put both of these in the calculator so you get the same thing, and then we'll punch it in. So turn this on. I'm going to clear all this, and I'm going to write 13.94 plus, I'm going to do .22, so that's the percent that we want to use. And I'm going to write the 13.94. So when I type that in, it tells me that the total, is that what we want to know? How much did she pay? Yeah, we want to know the total with the tip. So round to the nearest cent. So this is going to be like $17.01. 1 cent. 17.01. Okay, so I'm going to show you the same thing with the other formula. So we're going to just do the 13.94, and then I'm going to do open parentheses 1 plus 0.22. I think it's easier to type it this way. Less work. And you get the same thing, 17.0068 or 17.01. Okay. So $17.01 total with